Hello, welcome to this update for Europe. Let's see what's happening. We have this Atlantic system, this front near France and the UK and also Ireland today, October 22nd, and also some of it touching Spain and Portugal. There's another low pressure system, the Azores, with some storms and gusty winds there today. So this system that's about to enter France and in the UK will bring some gusty winds and some heavy rain to northern France, the southern UK starting tonight, and into the Netherlands and Belgium Thursday. So Thursday, this is still like at 4 or 5 a.m. already showing rain moving in. This goes the low pressure systems right between Britain and France. And then Thursday, it shows this broad cold front across Switzerland and Italy and southern France with some stronger storms there. It might touch the Pyrenees of Spain, but it's not showing any significant rain in Spain. Most of it is in France. But once this reaches the Mediterranean in northern Italy, by Thursday afternoon, shows some stronger storms, potentially some flooding across Italy. Then the heavy rain continues across Slovenia, Austria, and Italy by Thursday into Friday. Then this moves into the Balkans and also in Eastern Europe. So the broad view here, the low pressure is still all the way in Denmark, but the front is reaching as far south as northern Greece. So this is a gigantic weather system. And then Friday, this goes still some rain across Eastern Europe and Scandinavia by Friday. And then the cold front will reach as far east as Russia by Saturday for a few more showers in Eastern Europe there, Friday and Saturday. Eventually in the Caucasus, some showers Saturday and Sunday as well. So be aware. And even before that, so today's Wednesday, already shows some scared showers and storms the Mediterranean. Wednesday, a few ones in Greece and Italy, even before this arrives, and a few showers in Turkey, Thursday, Friday, and then this front will come. And even after this passes, the rainy pattern will still continue across Europe. On Saturday, shows potentially some rain in most of Spain. Saturday and Sunday shows more rain across eastern Spain, potentially. And then the systems right there in Scandinavia, but like Sunday the 26th until 27th still shows a lot of showers throughout Central Europe and more areas. Sunday into next Monday the 27th, more rain into the Balkans and those areas. So the rainy pattern will continue. So be aware in those areas. The rain accumulation just until Saturday morning shows like across France and Italy 71 millimeters, into Austria, Slovenia 72 or more, even some 95 in some isolated locations. It shows in Portugal and Spain until Saturday some more rain. Northern Spain and Portugal shows in the southern UK. You will get rain in London tonight until like Thursday, Friday, and shows in Ireland, spots in Germany. Most of Europe will get rain from this, except southern Spain and further in Russia won't get, and some spots in Italy won't get as well. But most of Europe will get rain from this. So shows more in Scandinavia, some as well, spots more in Sweden, and Iceland not much, but shows a little bit. There's the cut-off low in the Azores with some storms today and tomorrow, so be careful. And if I put it until Monday, the 27th, right, it increases a lot. You can see in the Balkans, it shows 100 to 200 millimeters near Montenegro and Albania, and until Saturday shows like 54 millimeters, but between Saturday and Monday increases to 200 in Albania, Montenegro. This is potential. This forecast will still change, but this is this is a probability. So be aware. Shows in Croatia as well, more than 100, because when those fronts come from the Atlantic, they cross Europe and they get stronger in the Balkans because of the mountains and the orographic precipitation. So be careful, some flooding there as those fronts come by, and shows like next 5 days in Portugal, even more than 100 spots in eastern Spain, especially on the weekend. So all of this is the European. There's the GFS model. It doesn't show as much in the Balkans, but does show in Croatia some 92 to 100 millimeters, Montenegro and Albania more than 75, in Switzerland close to 100 millimeters, and more spots. Most of Europe will get rain from this as far east as the Caucasus. So be aware, this is until Monday, the 27th. If I put it until November 1st, alright, it shows more across Western Europe and a few spots there, but this is too far. So be aware, those areas. The icon has also until next Monday, Northern Albania close to 200 millimeters and Croatia, Italy. So better watch these areas for heavy rain and strong thunderstorms. So be aware. There was even a tornado in France, I think, earlier this week. So you never know. And always be careful with water spouts and strong winds. So stay safe. And about strong winds, we have many warnings already across Spain. Some red warnings in the northern coast of Spain for rough seas and strong winds across France. Some warnings as well. So the wind gusts here are pretty strong across northern Spain. From this system, Portugal, some strong gusts, northwestern Spain, even 25 km per gust on the European, and shows like spots further south the Mediterranean, some gusts as well. Then Wednesday, Thursday, this might get pretty strong into France and in the British Strait. So shows even like 122 km per gust near Saint Pierre Port and other areas there. On the European central France, 70 to 90 km per gust, and most of central northern Spain into northernmost Portugal as well. So be careful, the Mediterranean might be breezy, but nothing extreme and shows there. But it's still Thursday morning, so don't get fooled because Thursday afternoon the Mediterranean might get more active. 55 km per gust near Barcelona, spots in Mallorca, even 70 further offshore, spots there in eastern Spain. But the real danger here is in Santander, Bilbao, northern Spain, even 102 km per gust tomorrow in the northern coast of Spain. So this wind situation might become pretty severe in the west coast of France as well, like 106 km per gust near the coast. So this is already happening Thursday, tomorrow. So we are less than 1 day away from this. So share this with others and be aware. So southern France spots more than 100 km per gust. In the UK, might be pretty gusty in the southeast in the UK and on the northern coast of Spain as well. So please be careful. Not Spain, this northern coast of France. So be careful. And then Thursday night shows as the system moves further towards the east, shows some strong gusts in Italy, central Italy, more than 100 km per gust in a few areas, spots in Corsica, Sardinia, still strong. So I suggest you don't sail much tomorrow on these waters. They'll be pretty rough and shows across Spain and France, still some strong winds. Most of France, near France and Italy, Belgium and the Netherlands as this starts going in. It's even 94 to 111 km per gust near the coast. And there's another low pressure to the northwest of the UK. So Thursday to Friday, this goes further into the Balkans, some strong winds in the higher terrain, there in southeastern Europe, and still around Corsica, France and Italy, those areas still strong. Shows the west coast of Ireland, potential Friday, and then this is Friday morning into Friday afternoon. In Germany, shows potentially gustier, Austria, and a few more spots the Mediterranean still. Friday, Saturday, things calm down, but still strong winds in the North Sea, so still will last longer than the North Sea. And in the Azores, slightly gustier Saturday. And then Sunday show like once again the Tramontana winds in Spain and France might act up again, and still in the North Sea some strong gusts near the UK by Sunday and Monday, the 27th, and by the 27th, 28th, the Mediterranean shows some gusty winds again, but still watching that. So be aware in those areas and stay safe. And there's the icon just for comparison because only using one model is sometimes not good. So the icon shows very strong winds in those same areas I showed you. Spain, France, especially the northern coast of France might get hammered. It shows the northern coast of Spain the same, and the west coast of France, much of eastern Spain, some strong wind warnings tomorrow. Most of France, like I would say 90% of France or more, some strong winds, southern Germany. Then Thursday, this goes still pretty strong Thursday night in the Mediterranean, a pretty rough situation, those winds from Spain all the way to the Balkans Thursday night. So be aware. Then Thursday, Friday, this goes and more spots there in the North Sea and those areas continues. So stay safe. There's this high resolution model, the Aurora model, shows for Spain and France in those areas Wednesday today. It shows tonight some stronger gusts around the British Channel, spots northern France, central France, and most of northern Spain, northern Portugal Thursday. Thursday night shows like not Thursday night, Thursday morning they starts coming in, shows a few spots the west coast of France, even 134 km per gust. This is a high resolution model and it can exaggerate, but sometimes these high resolution models are the best ones. So this is possible in my opinion. So please be careful. And across central France, so Thursday afternoon, this moves further into eastern Spain and southern France. Shows like 112 km per gust, spots southern France, inland areas in eastern Spain and near the coast as well. So Thursday, and then this goes right to northern France and Belgium at the coast, potentially more than 120 km per gust, those coasts as well, and the coast of the UK, the southeastern coast. So please stay safe in those areas and warn others. So be careful the rain as well, but I think the main threat tomorrow is this wind. So stay safe and like you might be wondering what about snow? So let's see here because shows Wednesday's today. So Wednesday until next Monday the 27th shows the Alps might get some good snowfall, right? To 69 centimeters on the European, some 49 centimeters, Austria 33. It shows more across Germany, even lower elevations in Germany might get some hints of snow for the first time this season. The icon, nothing. So the icon is just in the Alps. And the GFS for comparison shows a few lower spots of Germany might get a chance of snow, but mostly in the Alps. So in the Pyrenees, you should get some as well in the higher elevations there, some 1 to 3 centimeters in a few areas. So be aware, but the Alps we'll get most of it. And until November 4th, increases more in the Alps, but in the Pyrenees doesn't seem to increase much, but it might increase some. So be aware in those areas. The GFS is some on the Pyrenees as well, and the icon is very conservative. It has way less on the Pyrenees, but it still has a lot in the Alps. So be careful. The snow coming to the Alps and shows in the Balkans, in Bosnia, Serbia, some 8 to 9 centimeters, in the Carpathians, Romania, some 5 centimeters, 4 centimeters, a few isolated spots in Czechia, Slovakia, and northern Romania to Ukraine. So be aware. That's just part one. Part two is in Scandinavia, shows like some 23 centimeters, 28 spots in northern Scotland, might be seeing some first snow in the UK, in the higher elevations, and shows most of northern Norway into Sweden and Finland, some snow as well. The GFS has even more snow across much of northern Sweden into Finland and Norway. The icon is more conservative, but it has like a good chunk of Sweden into Norway there and Finland, so be aware. And in the Caucasus, expect more snow, especially later next weekend when those frontal systems will 50 centimeters as part 2 and spots in eastern Turkey. So be careful in those areas and the Alps and everything. So be aware. Let's just see if the Aurora model has something in the short range. In the next day or so, it already has some 20 centimeters, the Alps 24, just in the next 24 hours, some in northern Italy, and the Pyrenees has a few locations with some snow in the next 24 hours. So, alright, is something coming, but later in the long range into next week, already increases a lot. So be careful in those areas. And before we look at temperatures, let's see something here. That there's the arpegge, shows this frontal system, rain and snow as well. Goes from France as far as the Balkans, and shows some heavy snow in the Alps as well. And then later still showing some snow in the Alps by like Friday, Saturday from some leftover showers. So be aware if if we put wind gusts here in the arpeggio, it shows like Thursday, those strong gusts in those same areas I showed you. And then yeah, so stay safe. But there's one thing you really need to see. So there's here like for Europe shows the above and below average temperatures, the temperature anomalies. So there's the GFS here, shows like now many areas are still like above average, but there's this mass of below average temperatures coming in now behind this system across France, the UK, Spain, and those areas show some below average temperatures, much of Central Europe this weekend and this week. And it has even a stronger blast by Monday, the 27th, more below average temperatures across Central Western Europe, and this moves into Eastern Europe later. So later, slightly above average on the west and below average on the east on October 30th. So for Halloween, might be pretty cold across the east, and shows like November 1st, this goes, and still later by November 4th, for example, some below average on the west and some above average on the east potentially. The European is similar as well, like the 0Z has today, the 22nd, this goes. Let's see if it works here because it sometimes fails. Let's just wait for it to work. So wire doesn't work. Let's see the actual temperatures on the surface. What might happen? So tomorrow morning, like Thursday morning, shows some active temperatures. The Alps, the highest elevations, like 0 degrees Celsius, -1. Some higher locations, the mountains in Romania. Along the Mediterranean, some 21 to 15 degrees, depending on the area. Nothing crazy. The afternoon warms up in southern Spain, but it actually gets colder in the Alps in the afternoon. That's kind of weird when you think about it, but it's because the mass of cold air is arriving right at that time. So already some colder temperatures in the Alps, but southern Spain is still enjoying some 30 degrees. Southern Spain, not eastern northern Spain, still in the low 20s. So Thursday night, as you might have guessed, it gets way colder across the Alps. So -10, -9, -6. In the Pyrenees, already a taste of -1 to -2, and shows in northern Spain already, like those areas 0 to -1, northern and high elevation, some 14 degrees on the coast, and shows in the UK some 7 degrees, 3 degrees, even like 0 in the highlands. So be aware, Friday shows still warm in southernmost Spain, and then into Saturday morning, this cold spreads east. In the Alps, still like -10 or less, -8, -10. In Romania, some active temperatures, the mountains, Slovakia, pretty cold night. Across Czechia, most of Germany, spots in the Balkans already colder. And the Pyrenees less cold on Friday morning compared to Thursday morning. Actually, less cold on Saturday morning compared to Friday morning, but still somewhat cold there, like especially in Andorra, the high elevations on Saturday morning. But Friday morning will be much colder there on the Pyrenees, so be aware. But continuing here on Saturday, shows this goes warms up in the afternoon in the Mediterranean, and the inland areas remain somewhat cold. But like for Sunday morning, the 26th of October, is already showing some bone chilling -15 across the Alps, some -13 in those areas. So get some extra jackets, and shows like Central Europe, some pretty chilly nights. Nothing too crazy, but pretty chilly. And in northern UK, Scandinavia, especially there in Norway and Sweden, the northern areas, those negative temperatures there in the north. And then a day before shows a similar thing. It actually might start getting colder in Scandinavia by Saturday, Sunday, and Monday still, but especially Sunday, many areas under negative temperatures in Iceland as well. And then Monday, the 27th, still shows in the morning like northern Scandinavia and Norway, in those areas. And even like Poland, some 0 degrees in the morning, spots there in Italy. You remember I showed you on the other map the second cold blast on the 27th? Well, so that's starting to get portions of Spain cold again. So this is Monday morning, the 27th, from 0 to -1, Castilla León, northern Spain. On the Pyrenees, already showing like -3 to -4, -2 in the elevations, some 11 degrees on the coast, and even inland portions there in central Spain, some 0 degrees to -1. So be aware, spots of France too on the 27th. The afternoon warms up some, but the 28th in the morning still somewhat cold, especially in the mountains. So be aware, this temperature's coming and the cold and everything. And the Europeans also similar thing here. It has stronger down the 27th, the second cold blast. So be aware. And like it does get some above average in early November, so still watching. So be aware, those areas, especially the heavy rain, potential flooding and strong winds and temperature changes. So stay safe and don't forget about the ocean because like those waves might be pretty damaging. Stay safe, especially across northern France and northern Spain and western France, and also northern France. And be careful, the seas might pick up the Mediterranean by late Thursday, Friday as well. So be aware, those areas in the North Sea as well, especially later by this weekend as it picks up there more. And stay safe.